So basically, I have CRPS.
Okay.
I was diagnosed in May of 2022. Injury happened April 20th of 2022.
Can you tell me about the injury? What happened with the injury?
I literally crushed my own tendon in my foot. The main tendon in the heel,
right
the thing.
foot.
Yeah, in the right foot. Tried gabapentin and was on that for a while. They had to up the dose too high, and I started hallucinating and hearing things, so they had to get me off of that. And I've been on pregabalin now for quite a while, probably 6 months or so, and it's functional. It still comes through quite a bit, but it's manageable. It's not a constant stabbing. But we were talking about how I need to be off of that. So I talked to my neurologist, and she said, hey, if it's worth suffering a little bit to get the treatment, have a chance at improvements, then it's worth it.
So if you were asked to describe your pain, you describe it as sharp, burning, stabbing, achy, and jolts or lightning bolts?
It's just a roller coaster of pains, pretty much how you described it. It's not one thing one time. I could take a step a certain way and suddenly it's a new sensation. I could just be sitting there and extreme discomfort that I have to move my foot. I have to throw a blanket over it to try and cool it down. It gets hot, it gets cold. I've tried working 3 jobs on the feet. I've had to quit each one. So it's been very invasive into my life.
Your pain level today?
And keep in mind, I've been in pain so long that I'm just kind of used to it. So I don't really trust my pain scale. I would say I can walk and drive.
You can walk and drive.
And that's kind of the biggest indicator of how much pain I'm in.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open up the door. I'm going to have you walk to the end of the hall and then turn around, walk back. Just tell me how you're feeling.
Okay.
All right. Yep. All the way to the end of the hall and then turn around and back. So what'd you notice?
It feels almost warm,
Warm?
but in a calming way.
Calming
It
way.
didn't have any stabbing or weird sensations. Just kind of felt warm, I
Okay.
guess. Because normally when I'm walking, I'll get a random ow, that hurts,
Yeah.
and then it'll move
So
on.
all that part of it's gone.
But that whole step, I didn't feel any of a stab.
Okay.
So, sometimes it doesn't happen in that small bit of walking. It can be random, but
Yeah.
it kind of felt like I'm walking on something warm.
Okay.
and
But
soothing.
not warm.
Not
pain.
hot stabbing,
Okay.
more like a warm sensation.
Gotcha.
I kind of feel it going up my leg a little bit into my thigh, because I obviously walk kind of weird to compensate. But noticeably different.
Okay.
I almost felt like an overall body calm, which I know is translated to that. So,
So would you say on a scale of 1 to 100%, how much relief would you've got? That's just the manual technique, the Catman technique.
It went from a discomforting 3 consistently to, I don't know if I'd say it's completely gone, but it's
pretty darn close.
Really close. It's like a 1.
Okay.
Noticeably different.
Perfect.
Noticeably different.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and have you take a seat in the chair, and then we'll do this scrambler. So what are the things that you would feel normally that would elicit pain?
Like a real pressure.
Okay.
Being
And
on the
where?
bed, right in the foot.
You want to put some pressure on your foot and see if it...
Can I move?
Sure, yeah. You can stand up. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it just kind of feels like I'm touching my foot.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, wow. It's crazy. Normally I would not be putting this much pressure on it. That's easier. Wow.
Is there normally pain when you go from sitting to standing?
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
Yeah, I'll try standing up.
Yeah.
like moving my feet and everything, and haven't really been able to do that. Wow, that's noticeable. That's very noticeable. I would say there's no pain right now.
Yeah.
Even that weird sensation isn't really there. It's hard because you're always in pain, right?
Yeah.
You're always in your head, and you're just used to that certain pain that it just becomes part of your life.
Yeah.
And like right now, it's almost hard. It's like I almost don't want to say that it's better.
Which is so
you know
common,
what I mean?
Which is very common.
Because it's like, is it all in my head? You know, am I normal now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy. I mean, my ankles pop anyways. That's unrelated, but.
See, now you can go dancing tonight.
Yeah, right? That's crazy. Wow.
Let me pull this out.
Just from that, huh?
Go ahead and take a seat. Yeah.
When I think to how I was, like when I lost the ability to walk again, just from not taking the meds, like it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The level of pain that I was in to now.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been able to stretch and like do that stuff that I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Since the injury.
Yeah.
I mean, even in physical therapy, it was like really difficult to do.
Did you ever get your pain to a zero in physical therapy?
No.
How long did you do physical therapy?
Couple months.
Couple months.
I think.
Yeah. I would tell anybody that has neuropathic pain, you absolutely have to try this because it works and it you know right away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking like, because I have wrist pain, neck pain, and all that, and it's like the whole body seems calmed down.
Yeah.
And that's incredible. Yeah. I don't know what else I could say really. It's just,
it is what
I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Why don't you take another lap around the hallway? And if you want, walk around the corner to the end of the hall and then back. Pretty good?
Yeah, doing good.
So zeroed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just feels like I'm walking, you know, and not planning on my steps, because normally that's how it is. It's like, if I step a certain way, if I off-step, if I stretch the wrong way, I'm potentially triggering a spike.
Yeah.
But I was purposely just like, I'm just
trying to do it.
I'm just gonna walk straight. I'm gonna let my foot bend the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You know, because at first I wouldn't even move. The whole foot would not bend. So it's just
right on.
Smiling for the camera. I'll leave everything else behind the scenes.
Right. On your first visit when you came in, main complaint of CRPS, which was in the right foot, unable to walk, perform, some activities of daily living. Obviously that was one of the motivating factors of treatment. You were on your pregabalin, which you're still on, correct? And are you still at the 200?
Yes.
200 milligrams. You weren't able to walk or drive now?
Now I was able to, but it was with difficulty. Putting pressure on the gas pedal was painful.
Yeah.
You just kind of like out of necessity. Now it's like you don't even notice it. Just feels like I'm just driving, don't even think about it. Used to have to use the auto hold function at the light. Now I don't even think about it. My foot's just sitting on the brake. So massive improvements in that area.
And then you're walking, you went from, your steps and everything. Before, were you getting in?
I was only walking like 2,000-3,000 steps once a day. Just between walking around the house and 20 minutes outside with the dogs before I needed to feel like I needed to sit down and rest. And now I'm taking 3 long walks a day, in the morning, afternoon, and at night, in the evenings,
and you're clocking the 12 to 15,000 steps in a day.
It's average. I was doing 10,000 on average every day for almost a month now since the treatment started. 3 weeks, and then just last weekend I jumped up 12 to 15,000 one day, and on the following, and completely fine.
Yeah.
you know, a little tired and a little soreness, but it went away with some resting.
Okay. And if you, so your pain is pretty much 0 to 0.5. You on occasion you might have a little spike in pain, but the pain doesn't go nearly as high, and it corrects itself rather than, you know, having to get medical intervention or
absolutely.
Yeah.
It clears up very quickly.
Okay. And as far as when you first came in, your pain was sharp, burning, stabbing, achy, and jolting, electrical jolts. Or out of the things that have improved, what has improved?
All those things mostly gone away.
Would you consider this remission for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like I feel guilty that I'm, you know, not working or something like that. You know, I feel like I feel normal.
Yeah.
You know.